Well, good morning. It's Longhaultanker, straight razor shaving with Longhaultanker, and it is Thursday, the 7th of July, 2022, at approximately 11:45 in the morning, Central Time, and we're going to have a shave, and a straight razor shave, and I'm feeling much better than I have been, and I'll tell you about the progression of all of that. But anyway, the equipment this morning that we're using is I'm using a sword hollow ground Solingen number 402 razor, and it's got pink acrylic plastic scales. And take a look at that. If any of you know any history on this, I would be very welcome to know it. It's very similar to a crown and sword. I've seen some of these, but not with the 402. This sword emblem over here, and I think it's in the gold as well. Yes, it is suggestive of the Crown and Sword brand, but it doesn't say Crown and Sword. It's a nice little, I don't know, 6, not quite 7/8 maybe. And I had a shave with this one on Tuesday morning, and it was so good, but I didn't record it. And I want to get this on recording because it's one of the few razors I've got that I know for certain that I honed it up on my Coticule, and it just delivered a fabulous shave on Tuesday. And so here it is Thursday, and I want to get it on video. Very smooth, very sharp, very comfortable. And I've got approximately 48 hours worth of growth on my face. And although I'm not 100%, I'm close enough that I'm ready to go back to work. And I've been off for almost 2 weeks, and I've been through quite the cycle of things. So I showed you the razor. The brush we're going to use today is the Artist Shaving 24 millimeters premium Silvertip Badger in nickel. And the soap this morning is going to be A&E's peach and cognac. Peach and cognac. And so there's that. Set that over there. Get some water on the brush. Let's get it lathered up. Here's the history of what's gone on. Last Saturday, a week ago Saturday, when I was coming home from my last run to California, I cut through the backcountry of West Texas, from Abilene down through Brownwood, Goldthwaite to Waco. Somewhere between Goldthwaite and Waco, I passed through a road crew cutting grass, and it just sent up a big cloud plume of cut grass and dust and dirt, and I drove through it, of course, and I could smell the grass clippings. I could smell, and my guess is it just sent up a big plume of pollen. And as soon as I drove through it, I said to myself, this ain't going to end well. And so I got home then on Sunday morning, drove through that cloud plume on Saturday afternoon, and by Monday, I was a mess. Total congestion, scratchy throat, onsets of laryngitis, just everything right here from about here up, coughing, sneezing, hacking, And it's not like the first time. I don't get sick very often. In fact, this is the first time in about 10, 15 years that I've been as sick as this. But it went the full gamut. It went from symptoms of allergies to symptoms of flu. I started running a temperature of about 101 for a couple of days. Night sweats. It was just miserable. And lost my appetite. Started having the diarrhea. I lost 13 pounds monitoring my weight because I started looking very thin in the face, and I just felt generally miserable. And but I thought, I'm not one of those just to rush off to the doctor for every little ache and pain. But yesterday afternoon, I've been going back and forth with all this stuff for days and days and days and days, and I got tired of it. And so I told my wife, I said, I think I'm going to go to an urgent care. And she said, I think that's a good idea. Because she was concerned that my appetite had dropped down to nothing, and I was losing weight like crazy and had developed a diarrhea, and turned out I dehydrated myself some. And so, but I went to the urgent care, and they took the blood tests, and they said, you want a COVID test? And I said, nope, not at all. Not worried about COVID. See, I'm a COVID denier. And so, and I don't do that out of just flippancy either, but based upon all the strongest evidence available that COVID does not exist. And I have received all kinds of family, friends, others, just vitriol. I can't believe the level of hysteria that you say you're sick, you got a little bit of a fever, got allergy symptoms. Oh, you got COVID. Bullshit. And so it seems like people's first reaction, is, oh, you got the... No, it doesn't exist. Even my wife started coming down with some of these same symptoms, and she's got a COVID home test, and it told her that she's got COVID. I don't believe it. She and I have been in close contact, close proximity. And now, although I did not have the COVID test, I did have the nasal swab test for ordinary flu A and B. And those results came back late yesterday afternoon and negative on both accounts. And and then the medicine that they prescribed for the allergy-like symptoms and the diarrhea, started taking those last night when I got them. So anyway, Don't have COVID, don't have the flu. I don't know what I did have. They took a stool sample in the at the clinic yesterday. That was fun. But like I said, I ran the gamut. But I'm better. And now, in the meantime, these last 10 days or so, I've been off from work. My Hazmat endorsement on my CDL was coming due next month. And so I went and took that test, 30-question test, Texas Department of Public Safety. And I've been reading and preparing for that hazmat test since about the 1st of May. There are sample practice tests on the internet that are interactive, and they give you instant feedback on how many you got right, how many you got wrong. And so I've been consistently doing those tests. And was going through the Texas CDL handbook, chapter 9 on the hazmat endorsement. So I went down to DPS on Tuesday morning. "30-question test, missed 2, so I did just fine. It don't matter as long as you pass with an 80%, which means I could have missed 6. So I got that done. It's a two-step process. You take the test, you pass the test, and then you've got to take your receipt and go to one of these places called Ident2Go and arrange to have a FBI background check and get your fingerprints taken. And then it'll be, I don't know how long it takes, a couple of weeks. This is some nice leather. This is the first time I've used this cognac, peach and cognac by A&E, and it's very thick. The scent is terrific. And I'm working through all those new soaps that I've got over the last several weeks. Now, here's the other thing too. Being down with sickness and doing the hazmat test and all that is that my truck wasn't ready. I forgot that I had come in on that Sunday morning, and my windshield wiper motor on the truck was that controls the regulated speed of the wipers. And the intermittent speed, and I was having problems with that back in the fall and winter, but I didn't. I told them about it, and I told them I'm not ready to have the truck go down over that. But on this last trip to California and back, got into some heavy rainstorms, and the wiper motor went completely out. I kept having to jiggle the switch to get any movement out of the wiper blades. And first of all, it's a DOT violation. You have to have properly operating windshield wipers at all times, which of course makes sense. Yeah, it feels good. So as I say, I'd forgotten. I told them about it on that Sunday a week ago, that it had gone out, and I got sick in the meantime and completely forgot about it. So I called the shop yesterday morning, and I said, by the way, did you get that motor replaced? And they said, it just came in today. Yesterday morning, it was sitting on the parts manager's desk. And so I called this morning after I did my running around that I had to do. And it was ready. It was installed yesterday, and my truck is ready. And so I'm ready got everything else done. Mainly getting healthy. And I still don't really have any clear idea, what I've had. Have I had the flu? Have I had maybe a stomach bug that turned who knows? Because we don't eat out. My wife makes all of our delicious food here at the house. And she's very particular about how she cooks, and I had complete confidence, but you never know what you pick up, where you pick it up. She chose, because I was sick and was at home, was going to be home for several days, she chose not to go to a July 4th family thing in Vicksburg. And I appreciate her for that. She took good care of me, as best I could be taken care of anyway. So, but I have missed being on video. I have missed, my YouTube videos and my Shaving Cadre interactions. And so if you're watching me on YouTube, thank you. Like and subscribe, and go on over to theshavingcadre.com and participate in the goings on there. I've missed bantering with all my buddies, and let me give a shout out to Handlebarber Dave, and to Major Rich, and to Nurse Dave, and the Cutthroat Journey, and I know the Scuttle Soap. He's got a couple of new videos out with straight razor shaves, and so proud of him. And we got Bill M, and we got Lukey3262, also known as Matt, and Love to Shave. Manish is his first name, I believe, and from India. And he's come over to the Shaving Cadre, and so congratulations to him. And so we got a bunch. We got a good core group of guys that are putting out videos. It's just our own personal shaves. We're not trying to, most of us, I don't think, are involved commercially.
One of the great patriots in the last couple of years has been Daniel Orlovitz. Now, there's been so much destruction that has come out of COVID. The currency, the borders are wide open. Suicidal, alcohol addicted, drug addicted generation. But one of the positives is that COVID showed me who was real and who was a pretender.
Oh yeah, that's feeling real nice.
Charlie, who was wise and who was a fool. And someone who passed that test and in fact went to the top of the list and has had some of the most insightful and brilliant commentary is Daniel Horowitz. He just got kicked off Twitter, which is just a matter of time. Daniel, welcome back to the program.
Hey, great to be with you. Our enemies will always tell us who and what they fear.
That's exactly right. So you got kicked off Twitter for doing what exactly?
For saying that there's negative efficacy to the shots after every country survey shows that the more you
So I did keep a shaving schedule up while I was not feeling well. I just didn't shave on camera.
recently,
But I got to shave in every other day.
kind of like the gray elegance, fighting for freedom or something. But when you expose what Pfizer has done and things like that, that is a no-fly zone. That is the thing we've noticed. Everyone.
And I finished up that 7-day roll-up that I was using while on the California trip. I've started the next one in rotation,
That is totally a no-fly zone. You are not those people
which is the last of the 7 roll-ups that I have. Is the blue denim
on your knowledge of diagnosis,
that my wife made. And it's got some very nice razors in it, like this one that I'm using. I'll go back and there's one other that I've used since I've been home that I want to get on camera. Because it's probably one of the most unique razors I've got as far as rare, hard to find. I've only seen one other razor that's even similar to it, and it's not exact, although it has the same face, the name etched on the face of the blade, the Lord Barber. But the guy that I saw who has one, it's a Legrot, and mine's not a Legrot. I think I said that right.
so you have to join the hero doctors of not treating people in respiratory distress from the bioweapon our government seems to have created. You're not allowed to treat them. Okay, so pharmacies were saying, hey, well, COVID's new, there's no approved treatment, so you're not allowed to treat it. So certainly, as I mentioned, hydroxychloroquine, but also really antibiotics, steroids, methamphetamine levels.
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, that's another thing. They're starting to attack vitamin D now, and they're bringing people with these stories about people overdosing on vitamin D. It's very interesting what's going on.
I saw one this morning. One of our listeners said, Charlie, you always push vitamin D. What do you think of this story of this guy that almost died? I said, yeah, he took 80 times the amount that you should take. And if you read the article, yeah, you take 80 times of anything. You're going to Charlie.
They recommend 600, which is insane. People are deficient. Most of these doctors seem to recommend about 5,000 a day. You get your level expensive. This guy took 150,000 every single day. And by the way, even then, everything, even the safest things have a ceiling and a floor for effective dose for floor and ceiling for toxicity. But even that, it was nausea, vomiting. It wasn't like
I know.
paralysis, Guillain-Barré, myocarditis.
And by the way, they flushed it out of the system with intravenous therapy after a couple days. And he ended up.
Nothing like Maddie Gary, who was on my podcast, and she has to eat from a feeding tube. She's paralyzed, and her doctors and everything. To this day, it is not
Very creamy. This lather, shave soap, very creamy. Good thick cushion.
Fast forward to yesterday. Think about this. Doctors can prescribe the safest, longest standing drugs. You might think it doesn't work. That's fine. No one can doubt they're safe. Yesterday, the FDA announces that pharmacists could unilaterally prescribed Pfizer's Paxlovid, even though it's novel, it's emergency use, it's mixed with ritonavir, an age drug that has 33 categories of contraindications, including statins and steroids and things that every senior is going to be on, almost every senior. It gives you a metal metallic feeling in your mouth. Look it up, guys. Paxlovid now. And then it has this rebound that makes the symptoms worse. And by the way, Charlie, it's been 25 days since, what's his name, Fauci was diagnosed. And we haven't heard much from him ever since he said the
Very nice. Coming along very good.
someone might be finding out where's Waldo at this point, but he's awfully quiet. I hope everything is all right there. But the point is, that is,
Okay.
pharmacists prescribing, you would start with something like an ivermectin that's really should be over the counter. They're starting with a heavy-duty, novel experimental drug that already is showing problems, no long-term safety. What am I trying to show you? If something is viewed as the spirit of the age, that means it's the BLM, it's the rainbow flag, it's Ukraine, it's COVID fascism, it's the vaccine, it's Paxlovid, it's Pfizer product. Anything and everything goes. Medical norms, social norms, human rights, law,
Now I'm ready to get back on the road, go back to work.
something that's perceived as a threat to the spirit of the age, of that ideology. So it could be other prescriptions that are off-label. You could break every law and medical norm to block it. That is where we're at now.
I'm going to do a head shave after the face shave and then do that off camera. Then we'll come back with the application of the refinements.
Children. Even the Wall Street Journal has come out and said, hold on a second, what is this all about? Where do we stand with that? And can you talk just for a moment? We're up against the break here. Can you talk about how these pharmaceutical companies need to get it on the childhood vaccination schedule to get immunity from lawsuits? It's not even about vaccinating kids. It's about immunity protection, because when the emergency use authorization expires, they could be standing up a creek without a paddle.
This is what they want. You get them when they're young, so that it's automatically on the childhood schedule. So it's done. So it's included in the 72 other shots that they get. You know, at some point those little legs, there won't be enough band-aids put on in one visit. And that's all okay, by the way, Charlie. There's nothing to see there. There's never an amendment. You just slap the nomenclature vaccine on, and it's awesome. There's never any problems. You're not allowed to look at it.
And you're not allowed to ask questions either, by the way, right? When I got my physical recently, I just was asking my physical recently, I was like, hey, by the way, why do kids need a chicken pox vaccine? Oh, because the science tells us that. I said, what science exactly?
I had chickenpox, and we were all
so
fine
did
when I was a kid.
I said, what's the aluminum content in the chicken pox vaccine? I was interested, like, I'm not anti-vax, I'm just interested. They said, oh, no, that's, we don't entertain this kind of conversation. I said, oh, okay, you don't entertain questions.
If this cuts to the core problem, you asked about the children. I want to know if
You gotta get really quick, because we gotta break in.
at some point facts have to matter. At some point, facts have to matter.
So I wanna ask about that after the break, sorry, we're up against the tight break here. I just wanna make sure you guys all support Daniel Horowitz. He has been so effective, so courageous, conservative review podcast. Daniel writes these pieces on theblaze.com. Every time they come out, as soon as they come out, eye-opening. Wow. You should follow on Getter. He talked about the success of ivermectin in Brazil. I'm thinking of all the different articles you wrote, Daniel. They're profound and impactful. They help preserve liberty in a very serious way. Daniel Horowitz is here. Email me, freedom@charliekirk.com. Subscribe to the Charlie Kirk Show podcast. We'll be right back.
Oh, very nice. Now, you've seen me do this before, but I take the spine of my razor and I scoop up the lather on the lower portion of the brush and dump it off on the top there.
This morning, American basketball star Brittany Griner is expected back in court next Thursday, possibly to face sentencing after she pleaded guilty to Russian drug charges this morning. However, Griner denies having intentionally broken the law. The two-time Olympic gold medal basketball star left the Russian courtroom this morning without making a comment. The 30-year-old was arrested in February at the airport in Moscow after Russian officials say they found cannabis oil in their luggage. Griner could be sentenced to up to 10 years in prison. The U.S. State Department classified Griner as wrongfully accused. Her supporters argue she's being used as a political pawn in Russia's ongoing invasion of Ukraine. And back here in the United States, the U.S. House Oversight Committee that has the CEOs of 3 gun manufacturers in its sites as part of their investigation into the firearms industry following a recent wave of high-profile deadly shootings in this country.
I think that will do on the nose, upper lip.
Congressional lawmakers are giving the CEOs until tomorrow to respond to the appeals request. Yesterday's hearing would actually come on the heels of the committee hearing from victims and relatives of deadly shootings at Brown Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, and a grocery store in Buffalo, New York. Those hearings were held last month. There have also been more than 200 mass shootings across the country. Capitol police officers reversing minor injuries this morning after arresting a guy who allegedly threw a Molotov cocktail at them. The 36-year-old suspect was charged with assault with a deadly weapon, among other things. In all, the officers say the guy had 2 Molotov cocktails on him. Police don't believe that the suspect was protesting or targeting any Capitol police officers or Congress members. By the way, they're also taking into consideration the situation unfolded in the Union Station, which is about a mile away from the Capitol. Well, that's going to do it for today's headlines. Now, let's continue back to the training question. obviously they're part of the genocide. The problem with Republicans is this: facts, they're impervious to facts as much as Democrats are, because they set up this image that they want to evince to the public. This is a nice Goldilocks thing. I oppose mandates, but I love anything called a vaccine. And that's where they are right now. And obviously, as you all know, when you're doing that, you're not effectively opposing mandates either. Hence, we still have the military mandates and, of course, things that chemistry is being denied, and they're not doing anything about it. But the problem with that, as I said, it's a movie made to care. At some point, you can't allow anti-vax to become the new racist. At some point, it has to matter. Thomas Sowell used to say this on illegal immigration. He will be like, I'm pro-immigrant. And he's like, I'm pro-Jews. He wrote a column like 6-7 years ago, the abstract immigrant. Well, the details matter. I mean, okay, like, I love vaccines. Okay, but this one has over 1 million adverse events reported to theirs, over 30,000 deaths, over 200,000 hospitalizations, and over 14,000 categories of maladies. And we know it's woefully underreported because it's so impossible to fill out. So it's like, dude, we kind of got a problem here. And then they say, now we're going to introduce it on babies. And I thought, okay, they're going to rebel. And it was going home. It was one governor, Florida governor opposed it. Every other one promotes it. And in the Senate, it was Ron John and maybe Rand Paul, and that was it. And it's like, dude, they're not done. The New York mayor was saying he's going to force more vaccines on the kids in the fall. You're going to have to engage on this. You can't hide behind this, like, image. I don't want to be anti-vax. If that's going to be pharma,
If they want the pharmaceutical money, Daniel, you know that. I mean, that's a capital flow, the likes of which those $5,400 contributions come in every year from Pfizer, AstraZeneca, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, and they also think of it as a slur. It's like, wait, no one here is anti-vax. We're asking questions, right?
are you anti-chemotherapy, Charlie? It's like, are you anti-steroids? Like, well, for whom and how much? Like, what's up?
Precisely. And by the way, this is also a vaccine unlike any other. It's a gene-altering. And can you talk just briefly about that, Dan? I wish we had more time. But the technology is not like the vaccine for polio that people
It
might
creates an
think about.
uncontrolled spike, which is the gain-of-function bioweapon to go in an unlimited, unknown number of places in your body for an unlimited, unknown period of time, and it causes so many maladies. And we don't. It's not novel and experimental anymore. In fact, we have conclusive. There's over 1,000 studies in academic literature talking about injuries, and you see it. You can't miss it. You see that excess non-COVID mortality. At some point, you got to pay attention, and then that would be bad enough if it was
Well, let's rinse it off and see what we got.
antibodies that are antiquated. I mean, they're still using the Wuhan version. Antibody levels. They didn't have a control group, and that's all. It's all good. It's all good. I will say this: if you're a Republican that waxes poetic about babies and being pro-life, if you're not fighting back against this, you're not pro-life. Medical is the new pro-life. Pfizer is the new Planned Parenthood. So let me just say this, and I think your audience is mature and smart enough to understand what I'm driving at. I'm obviously against abortion, but at the end of the day, no one's forcing me to get one, and I don't know anyone in my circle who goes and gets one. I can live a life and whatever. I mean, it's something that's immoral, we should fight it. But
Usual spots
abortion,
right down here.
we still noticing dropping birth rates in so many countries coinciding right up with the vaccine takeoff. You can't avoid this. If you're in the military, you can't avoid this. Okay, that's not okay. I will say this, and I know it's provocative in conservative circles. Everyone's on cloud nine from the Dobbs opinion. But at the same time, we only have 3 votes to deal with the vaccine mandates, right? We just lost one last week. New York forcing all healthcare workers, no matter what, no matter how, to get it. And we just have forces Leo and Thomas. If you put a gun to my head and say you get one win, the vax mandate,
I think that did it.
I know I'm the only one in the right will.
Oh yeah, very nice. Very nice.
I would take the vaccine mandate because that is mandatory.
Very nice. All right, we're going to stop there. We'll come back after the head shave and put on something. We'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you. Bye-bye. So here's Longhaultanker, straight razor shaving with Longhaultanker, and I'm back from my head shave. Got it all done. Feels real good. I got my face shave done, as you'll see on the video. And for our application of the refinements, we're going to start with the Hazmat alum block. Set that box over there, wet my face a little bit and head. And the block itself, and just rub it on. I'm not getting hardly any sting, so that razor did just a great job with the Coticule edge, and we'll show you that in a minute before we sign off. Got just a little scratch right over here, but that's all I did. No blood hardly. All right, so we got that. Let's pat that down a little bit. And we're going to use Thayer's Lavender. Give a nice generous splash there. One more splash for the head. All right. And let's see. We're going to throw on some Lucky Tiger because we want to. Because we want to. I don't have much. I don't hardly have anything that'll match the peaches and cognac scent, which was just lovely. That soap just did a magnificent job. I was very, very pleased with it. And we're going to let that dry down for a minute before the aftershave. All right, that's good enough. And so for our aftershave today, we're going to use some bay rum, Penard's, what is that? Virgin Island. Whoops, that came out rather heavily. Oh yeah, got a nice little sting coming off of it. And that's it. That is it for the application of the refinements. Let's go back over the equipment that we used today. And we used the Solingen sword number 402. Y'all have any information on this? I request any follow-up that y'all might know about this razor. It looks very much like a crown and sword that I have seen elsewhere. But I've never seen one exactly like this with the 402 with the word sword. I'm going to guess it's one of the grinders, one of the manufacturers back in the day split off, started his own brand. And I'm thinking that's probably what happened, but I have no confirmation of that. For the razor on the head shave today, we used a gold dollar, 1996 it says. Extra heavy wood scales with a metal insert there for the wedge. Shoulderless, and this was honed up on a Shapton Glass 30,000. And we used the Artist Shaving 24mm Premium Silvertip Badger set in nickel. A gift from my wife when she went on a business trip to Las Vegas and went over to the store there. And of course the Peaches and Cognac by A&E, fantastic soap. This one was just fantastic. As all the others that the Asian plum and the Asian pear were fantastic, as I remember using those. That's it. That's it. We got the Virgin Island Bay rum. We've got the Lucky Tiger that we used, and the Thayers. So that's it. I'm done. Thanks for staying with me, and we will see you when we get out on the road.